when there's no chance of them, you know.
Africa must be free. Africa must be free. Nobody is the same. 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 And claim that the land belongs to me. No, it doesn't. Europe doesn't belong to Africans. Africa belongs to Africans. So if you are an African brother or sister living on the diaspora, you need to come back home. Come and help us fight this battle. Wherever you are, just because you are here, when you cross your home, it's not easy, your home is not safe. They made it unsafe for you, so they can exploit your land. We have everything here in Africa. We have everything. Why don't you have in Africa? We have everything.
The value is the same. The value is the same. Chacho.
Unless it is linked with the total representation.
So this is a walk with Traore. We are there, Ghana food in Bebuduni, a dominating to a Mohogu mountain Swa, a Moyo Yache, African leaders. Survey Bay or Messi on my dream, he said. We are there. Okay, Bako Simua, Captain Ibrahim Traore, no. By any Mabibri. Why they might be brave, Papa. He has done a lot for Burkina Faso. So this is a legacy where all African leaders must watch and do. So the youth of Africa has risen again, and this is a walk.
Yes, and build on it because this is the time. It's revolution time. Nothing can change it, whether they like it or not. That is how it's going to be. And we the people in Ghana, especially we the Rastafari people, this is the time we have to go down. We also stand and defend good revolution. Yes, we stand and defend revolution because we want a change. We want a change. We want the people to realize that the true way is the salvation for African people.
Yeah, man.
It's only the true way. We have everything. So why are we not developing? Everybody say yes, we have it. Everybody say yes. Everybody understand that we have it. But why are we not making that step? Because our spiritual foundation is weak. You see, our spiritual foundation is weak. So we need to build a spiritual foundation. So then we will know that we have a task to do. We have a task. Look at the system. Even the minds of the people alone will tell you something. It's very sad, you know. If you're a traveler, it's very, very sad. So this is the time. Nothing can change it. It's revolution time, and we don't care where it comes from, whether from the east, the north, the south. Revolution is revolution. The truth is the truth, and we don't care where the truth is coming from. Once it is the truth, we're going to back the truth. Thank you very much.
Enough is enough. We want our Republican status.
Okay, this way, please, this way.
Does not resist. The police are not ready. If the Beninois are not ready, if other West African countries who are under the Francophone system are not ready, it doesn't mean other Francophone West African territories should not be ready. What is happening is a journey towards Republican status. And I asked the question to President Macron. Why must you fight a territory that wants its Republican status? All what Traore is seeking is that enough of stepping on my neck, enough of hanging around. Just give us space. Let us do nothing. That is a signal for Republican status. So what France is fighting, France is fighting. Why would the French resist these territories from moving towards their Republican status? It's not a good political angle that the French are fighting for. It's different when they don't have independence. They already have independence and you are still hanging around. They have independence, you are controlling their economic affairs. They have independence, you are controlling their cultural affairs. They have independence, you are controlling their political activities. Now they wake up and they say that, no, enough is enough. Give us space and let us continue ruling our own activities. Why is that difficult for France? So France must understand that this is not a fight against the French people. This is not hatred against Macron. This is not hatred against any other human being. It is just the quest for the Burkinabés, just the quest for the Malians, just the quest for the Nigerians to signal to the world that they want their Republican status. Viva Burkina Faso, viva Mali, viva Niger, and viva Africa.
Thank you very much.
Follow my voice, this way, please. If you are not a media person, please. You will not be before the bar and behind the bar.
What's going on with you?
Behind the bar. Comrades, this is the other man. No, we are standing this way.
No, for the first time by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we
We are facing the sea, please. We are facing the sea, please. Thank you. I love you all. Oh, I love you all.
Are you tired? Are you tired of revolution? Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Are we here for a revolution, comrades? Hands off Africa! Hands off Africa!
Comrades, we are sending a message to the world. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. You have all left your houses. You have come out to show the world that Africans are not sleeping. We are not sleeping. Africa must be free. So stand, comrades, and send your message. Let everyone hear that Africa will be free. This is our Africa. This is our land. And it will not take it again.
Africa must be free in our lifetime. In our lifetime.
So comrades, you will be able to take one.
More morale, more morale.
No editing.
Okay, now, comrades, as you have all recognized and you have honored, we are now in Ga Traditional Council land, right? And we have to acknowledge everything that is happening at this moment. We have honored it so far, and so this moment, a comrade is asking to call libation. Give us a second.
Alright, so you can see. Libation.
A minute of silence. A minute of silence while we get ready to seek guidance, blessing from our ancestors. A minute of silence.
Charlie, what are you doing?
The cameras are too close. Charlie, can we have a minute of silence? Can we have a minute of silence? You have to talk to the ancestors before we move forward.
Hello.
A minute of silence to respect the ancestors. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
So if I say cha 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 manyaba, then you say here, all right? Yeah. Cha 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 manyaba. Yeah. Cha 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 manyaba. Yeah. Jewa benkome.
Yeah.
In Ghana.
Cha 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 manyaba.
Yeah.
Nime name. Mene hogba. Nima hogba. Name hogba. Okulejemau.
Yeah.
Mene hogba onye. Ake Africa Jakumi B.
Yeah.
Nwombi Dromo Mobo na le Dromo kenile.
Yeah.
No ni shishi woje. Africa odrowo shimowe bimo kejira moy. Ni egba wona.
Yeah.
400 years ago about more as slaves na kewote.
Yeah.
After 400 years we fought back and we took our independence. Independence alone okay wona. Brofo meke amepile no. Gold, diamond, oil, silver, na kaya wo. I'm a small what use kaya wo lenche wo hi. No wo, I'm a big corporation say, I'm a control na can resources say. No cho, when you know come na cho le Traore. Ekteshi, me to aneno. Ne kele eke emusuenyi. Shimo edomo shikeha emambi. Ene me brofo France. Que bravo America. Yeah. America me no shishi.
Que bravo GFN.
No America lencha. Yeah. Ene wa mento amete chame wole. Yeah. Wa wa ke wo pene. Sipo ne be na adumo. Lo na make wo ni me. Ke na council I no. Ro ke kon mangana. Yeah. Ke affect Jaku Africa fair because ni Ghana na independence 1957 the rest of Africa followed.
The Black Star.
Yes, which is why we had the All African People's Conference in 1958. Yeah. Or no, what get Nico Blabondi? Ne lead liberation struggle modern day Ghana before Gold Coast. Nico Blabondi. Ama Nkrumah. Ne challenge here. Ke dey ask Kishamen. What page 5? Never wow. Never wow. Never wow. Let's touch one. Let's touch one. Man, I make this. Cha no man.
Comrades, if you can see behind you the podium with the unknown soldier, can you step back? Come back. So move back behind you. Comrades behind you. Move back. Thank you, comrades.
Where is the podium?
How are you? I'm up on the Zoom in
So, okay, media, if you can follow me, please. We're going behind. Comrades, turn around to the back start gate. Comrades, down in the square. Come and join us. We must be united. We are Africans. We are one.
Jack.
Oh boy! Hey! Oh my God, energy finish. No, I can see our energy finish is running out. Comrades, one time, come on. Move forward. This is African Liberation Day. Like our comrade said earlier before we began the march, it is not Africa Union Day. This is Africa Liberation Day. This is in commemoration of the fact that we as Africans are reclaiming what is ours. When we are reclaiming what is ours, we are declaring no more will the West decide where we go and how we move. No more will the West pretend to help us by taking out our leaders. No more will they interfere in our politics. We are tired of the exploitation. We are done with the exploitation. We say no more as Africans.
Shout it
we
loud.
are claiming no more.
Shout it loud.
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 Hands up, Africa. I beg you. Hands up, Africa. Much better. Hands up, Africa. And then hands up, Africa. Hands up, Africa. Walk with Traore. Walk with Traore. Walk with Traore. Comrades, this is just the beginning of our second wave of liberation. We are moving into a time in which Africa dictates what her future looks like. We are moving into a time when we decide what we do with our resources. We are moving into a time when our leaders are our leaders and not puppets of the West. Hands up, Africa! Hands up, Africa! Hands up, Africa! And we have a lot of comrades here of many organizations, Pan-Africanist organizations. We have all been doing the work. Each and every one of you has been doing the work of liberating this continent for a long time. And so we are going to have messages of solidarity, of power to ignite us so that when you leave here, you're not just leaving here having sung a couple of songs. We are not here to sing. We are here to liberate our continent. Do you understand? We are here to liberate our continent. Yes. And so we will start with the ACUP, represented by Kwame Gonza. Kwame Gonza, are you around? African Continental Unity Party. Thank you. Comrades, a hand for your comrade Kwame Gonza from the ACUP.
Yeah. Hands of Africa.
Africa must be free.
Hands of Africa.
Africa must be free.
Hands of Africa.
Africa must be free.
You know, for a long time, our leaders have been killed, and we have seen the fate in the past of all the great leaders of the African continent and where they went. We saw Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and we saw the United States play a very big hand in this. We saw the case of Patrice Lumumba. We saw the case of Thomas Sankara. We have seen the United States develop. We have seen Europe develop to the point that they have so much wealth while our people are suffering. We have seen France develop. They have electricity while our people in Niger don't have electricity. This is what we are saying that we have to put to a stop. Hands up, Africa!
Africa must be free.
Hands up, Africa!
Africa must be free.
Hands up, Africa! We have to put an end to imperialism, United States imperialism. European imperialism had to be put to an end. Hello? Hands up, Africa!
Africa must be free.
Thank you.
Next. Tato Nyongo.
In 1776, the United States of America were tired of the British and they kicked them out. So if Captain Ibrahim Traore is kicking the French out, history is just repeating itself. So the right to self-determination must be respected. Yes, without saying much words, I would like to introduce Ernesto Yabua. He is the Commander-in-Chief of Economic Fighters League. The organization behind this particular work, CIC.
Well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to all of us. The person me tamu ni na amasi. Yeah man. It's ancestral revolution in Ebeba. Yanya revolution no. Correct. Yes, I say anopano. Na asa wodi yen. Asa nkokwa. Omweja ene omona efi omonchen. And so the sabri aye kase yeni na yenim se abro omoso. The message has been sent loud and clear. Ebekoso na yada the Ghana traditional authorities say for a day like this, say ayemrea, you say ban on noise making, and we can only be respectful of our traditional rules, because behind our rules, there is some wisdom behind it. It is what brings Africa together. And so we cannot disrespect our traditions, we cannot disrespect our customs. And so we want to say a very big thank you to the Ghana people, the Ghana leadership, the chiefs, that in spite of their ban on noise making, they have affirmed that today's event, today's program, today's protest is not noise. Because when we define noise, it can only be defined as senseless noise. Sound that doesn't make sense. But the Ghana Traditional Authority, by allowing this gathering and this procession, have affirmed that calling imperialism hands of Africa is not noise. All of you are here on your own accord. Nobody paid for your transport. Nobody induced you with a t-shirt, food, as some neo-colonialists have turned our societies into. So that every time you see gatherings like this, you can be sure that it is a contracted crowd. But I say here and now that this is not a contracted crowd. You are here on your own steam. You are here on your own vulnerability. You are here on your own. We also want to thank the state, because as much as possible, everybody who knows the analysis of where Ghana stands, be we a state that is still reeling under neo-colonialism or not, we all know. And so it must have taken the state a lot to have allowed this gathering. And the symbolism, we started off at the African Unity Monument. That is significant. And by this we are telling a story. I can see Burkina Bay is here.
Yes.
In fact, let me put it a better way. I can see Africans who live or have a tradition with the land of Burkina Faso here.
Yes. Revolutionaries.
I can see comrades who have a link with the province of Kenya here. I can see Nigeria here.
Yes.
I can see Sudan.
Yes.
This is a country in full-blown war.
Yeah.
But when it came to hands off Africa, Sudan made a representation, and they are here.
Pan-African revolution.
I want to thank all of you. This is your revolution. We have over 54 Pan-African organizations, as you can see on the banners, coming together to tear down imperialism. Sending home that simple message that they may have their atomic weapons, they may have their nuclear weapons, but when it comes to us in Africa, we are ready to tear them down with our bare hands. And that no French citizen, no American citizen is safe. Donald Trump may drop the bombs. Donald Trump and Macron can drop the atomic bombs and weapons. But they should be rest assured that there shall be mutual assured destruction.
Fire!
We shall make sure that none of their citizens feel safe
Fire!
on any soil that is called Africa. This time,
No way.
this time, this time, this time. And so,
Come as back off.
we started, like I said, from the Africa Unity Monument, and we have made our destination here to the Black Star Square. This is what our ancestors, Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, Marcus Garvey, and all expected us to become. That we become the Black Star. And so as we stand here at the Black Star Square, we are sending a simple message to imperialism. That this time, no way. This time, no way. This time, no way. So, bye. Thank you very much. Africa must unite! Africa must unite! Africa must unite! A very simple message to the world. That this is not the time of Gaddafi. This is not the time of Sankara. This is not the time of Patrice Lumumba. This is not the time of my own leader, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. This is a different generation together. If that time the youth were sleeping, because there was no media to inform them about whatever our good leaders are doing, today we have the media. We are not listening to BBC. We are not listening to the CIA. We are not listening to the CNN for them to come and give us fake news about good leaders in Africa. This time around, we are not sleeping. And we are telling them enough is enough. We are sending a warning to African leaders. Just remember 1963 in Ethiopia, the capital city of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah told them, if we live here as a leaders and we don't have the United States of Africa, our children are going to continue to suffer. Our generation are going to continue to suffer because they were not able to listen to Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We are suffering and seeing it today, but we are telling them that with the help of Captain Ibrahim Traore, with the stand of the youth of Africa, that when you touch Captain Ibrahim Traore, you touch the youth of Africa. When you touch Captain Ibrahim Traore, you touch the soil of Africa. We are not sleeping this time. I was so much disappointed when I see Donald Trump speaking to Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, is speaking to the president as his own biological son. And I said, how dare you, Donald Trump, to speak to an African leader? When you come to the land of Africa, you pick the natural resource of our land. Before we arrive, we come there to come and suffer in your own land because our African leaders were not able to take a decision on their own. When the man was sitting down, I was crying on my eye. Donald Trump is not older than
Ramaphosa, that 72, 78, the rent is only what? 6 years. So can you speak to your own colleague president as your own political son?
No.
Because we keep on having puppets in the land of Africa as leaders. So that our leaders were not able to take a stand. If you cannot take the stand, Captain have come out that I will take the stand that you were not able to do. So just give me your support and we are going to have the freedom as a continent. There is nothing that we need from them. We have the gold, we have the diamond, we have the oil, we have the uranium. Our youth are still dying on the Mediterranean Sea because of white collar job. Our youth are still dying on the desert because they want to go and work in another man's land.
It's true.
Enough is enough. For the land of Africa, enough is enough. We must unite.
Without wasting my time, we have so many speakers today. We have protocol here we want to observe. We would like to call on AAPRP. Are they? AAPRP, the representative. AAPRP. Yes. Honorable Ade, yes. We need your presence here. Please, let's create space for the speakers here. If we have any medical professional here, we need your assistance. Please advance. We need your assistance. Yeah, so please introduce yourself. Chaboy! Chaboy! Africa, Africa, say yay! Africa, say yay! Africa! I'm representing the All African People's Revolutionary Party. This is Kwame Nkrumah's own party. It is the party that we need in our current political dynamics. Alright? It's a party that we need in our current dynamics. If you see in front of my shirt, I have Rebirth Africaine. I was in Burkina Faso 2 years ago on a day like this, the 25th of May, to organize with the Burkina Faso people on the Day of African Freedom and Emancipation. So we have been on the ground and we know what is going on, and we say that this is Africa's time. And so the AAPRP, which is a mass-based political organization, anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist, all right, is here. The anti-negative is here to lend support to Ibrahim Traore and the Sahel states. All right, where we are now, it is time for Africa to take back its resources, because Nkrumah says that Africa can no longer trust in anybody than itself and its resources. All right, so the gold, the diamond, and all of those resources that are due to us must come to us. We must own it, we must control it as a people. All right, we only get 3% in gold reserves in Ghana here. The oil is only 13%. The 87% is going to those big corporations outside. This is what Traore is trying to avoid. And America, France, says they don't want to accept that. But it's a lie, because we are here to support Traore in full support. There is a research that France, without its West African economies, will be less than a third world country. And yes, so we say, long live African freedom and emancipation. Long live. Forward to socialism. Forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Joe boy! Joe boy! Joe boy! Joe boy! When Thomas Sankara started the revolution, he started with a message which the imperialists hated so much. The message was in French, so he always goes like, "Les impérialistes." Then, okay, my people are here, so just follow them for me. Les impérialistes, Abbas. Les impérialistes, Abbas. Les impérialistes, Abbas. La révolution when Thomas Sankara said, "Let's imperialist," it means the imperialists. Then the people always respond, "I'm back." So it means that the imperialists should go down. And he will shout and said, "The revolution," which is la revolution. Then the people will shout, "Anho," which means that the revolution should go up. The imperialists should go down. So les impérialistes, les impérialistes, la révolution, la révolution. So he always ends his speech with la patrie ou la mort, and then the people will respond, nous vaincrons. It means that homeland or death, we will conquer. So if I say la patrie ou la mort, you shout, nous vaincrons. La patrie ou la mort? La patrie ou la mort? Yes, so this is the message that imperialists hated so much, to the level where they have to take the man down. And today, it is not a surprising thing that this message is alive today in the mind of everybody and on the lips of everybody, which means that if you take one man down, you are going to have 1,000 people rising up speaking the same message. The message that they stopped, the message because of which Gaddafi was murdered through the CIA, Obama, United States, with collaboration with the African Union and co. This same message is alive today, telling them that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. It does not belong to the United States. It does not belong to France. It belongs to Africa. And our leaders, since they have become so afraid of dying for the people, Ibrahim Traore now put his life in the line, standing for his people. And we are ready to stand by Ibrahim Traore. We are ready to stand by the revolution. We are standing by the revolution. And let me put this on record. Let me put this on record. What is happening in Burkina Faso to all media houses, together with the traditional media house, the Western imperial media houses, we are saying that what is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's revolution. What is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's liberation. It's leadership for the people and by the people. What African Union failed to do for the past so many years, one man, Captain Ibrahim Traore, was able to do that by uniting Africa without calling meeting with anybody. We never had any conference. We never met in any conference room, but all of us, we are here today. Last time we did a protest, 30th, right? Yes. Nobody, Captain Ibrahim Traore did not call for that protest, but we saw BBC posting it and putting it in the article that Ibrahim Traore systematically organized that protest, which is a lie. We are telling them that it is the time, the season, the movement that called for the protest. At the same time, it is the time, the season, and the movement which is putting on this gathering. This gathering you are seeing here, as somebody says, it's not a contract. Nobody contracted us. We came on our own because we understand what is happening in the Sahel. What is happening in the Sahel is the rebirth of Africa. And African youth, we cannot allow it to go down. Because at the end of the day, if the revolution in the Sahel goes down, Africa will never rise again. They will make sure that the place is completely destroyed, like what is happening in Congo. If ECOWAS and African Union, they have something to do when it comes to liberation of Africa, they should not channel their energy towards, Ibrahim Traore, the Sahel. They should channel their energy towards Sudan. They should channel their energy towards Togo. They should channel their energy towards Congo. That is where the people need true liberation. The Burkinabe people, the Sahel people, they are already awakening. So African Union and ECOWAS, do your homework because the youth are not with you. Respect.
May I invite Comrade please, we need your presence. Black Coffee, please stand by. Immediately after him, you come there.
It seems that every
there's a gathering with revolution and freedom and liberation, somehow I'm called. And I always answer. And the reason I answer is because of our ancestors and our people, the masses of the people. Whenever they call, if you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. If you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. And Ibrahim Traore is calling us now. The people of Burkina Faso is calling us now. I had the privilege to be in Burkina Faso in 1986, and I met Thomas Sankara. And I was there and I felt the energy of what a revolution actually is. It is not necessarily about picking up guns. It's about training yourselves politically, educationally, so that you can understand who the enemy is. And our enemy is U.S. imperialism. Our enemy is neo-colonialism and French imperialism. Our enemy is British neo-colonialism. And we must constantly organize ourselves. Kwame Nkrumah said, organization decides everything. If you're not organized, you can't decide anything. So I tell you, I beg you, me pacho, get in some organization so that you can unite with the rest of the organizations here in Ghana so that we can get rid of neo-colonialism in our country. Organize yourself on a continental level, on a regional level, to get rid of neo-colonialism inside of West Africa. Reduplicate or duplicate what we see in Burkina Faso right now. We want Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to come together and form a socialist government. We cannot be afraid of socialism. We cannot shrink when we ask for socialism, because what socialism does, it tells us that all the resources in our country belongs to everybody. Our Constitution tells us that the president has trust, or that the resources are in trust of one man. We want that changed in our 1992 Constitution. That's something that we can do right now. When are we going to do it? Now. When are we going to do it? Now. When are we going to do it? Now. Change the Constitution so that the resources belong to everybody. And if you do that, you have made a step towards humanity. You've made a step towards the liberation of our country, and you've made a step to the total freedom and unification of Africa under our African Union Socialist government. Thank you very much. And freedom! 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 We're at the black stop. Look for the stop. That's your guidance. Thank you.
Black coffee, advance. The next to speak is my circle. Comrade Otu. Choboy! Yet is the council a comedy. Yabeka say a was sample, the cook as an idea was sample. Omutina, Yatampo Bank. Traore, I didn't say a story. Yes, Ghana for no, Yedi, Burkina President Echi. A conscience, yet Africans. And I won't at the part all year. And I story and then. Near me, person, I say. I do maybe I'm about to cheer and one. Yeah, that's a cheer, no. Yet, Mama, I ain't not on my chichi, yang. Last time, who need to will be the two shells of it to happen. And everybody say any else we have been going to do. I have conditioning. If you will say, Yang, Abrafone pay. Not on any home for swap. And no thing I have to cheer bread coin. And no thing on Betty, so yes, sorry, I shan't support every day. Yes, I fancy for, I pay for and cry for. Yes, sorry, your home. And the young cabum and a sub condition in an abroad for added to your Jimuno LCS. It's conditioning to say, obey a penny. That's the over sorry, Tiabrofuna, overcoat. Obey a penny. That's the sorry, Tiabrofuna, you man, I bet you if you are. Obey a penny. Now, they are just say, oh, Betty, near Abrofuna,
Aja efi ensem na mo ye ya obeko conditioning. And yes, sorry.